I am going to show you how to make this very cool spy cup. Who wants to make a spy cup with me? Oh yeah, thank you. So hold on to your britches and I'm going to show you how to make a very special spy cup so you can see your creatures up front and personal. Hang on, folks. Okay, so now I'm going to show you actually how to make this spy cup. It's pretty easy to do, but you are going to need a little bit of help if you are on the younger side. You're going to need 2 plastic cups. Now, make sure that the plastic cup is pretty bendable. You don't want those really hard plastic ones because you're not going to be able to cut them very easily. But these are perfect for what we're going to make today. And you're going to cut the bottom of each of the cups off. All right, so very carefully. Please don't end up going to the hospital over this project. That would be terrible. All right, I think the first cut is the hardest. So go all around. Doesn't that sound great? Be like a new instrument. All right, so I'm going to cut this off. And now I've got the bottom hollowed out. And there's the end you don't need. So you need to make 2 of these. So let's get going on this second one. And again, be sure you're OSHA. Cut, cut, cut. And eventually you can get in there if you want with a pair of scissors. Oh, here they are. They tend to travel sometimes. And you can snip that off if you want after your first cut. All right, so now you've got 2 of these. So what you need to do now is you need to make sure that you cover the ends of these with some sort of plastic wrap. If you don't, then your creature is going to go crawling. All right, so I've got myself a piece of cling wrap. On a windy day, you're going to find that that cling wrap is not going to cooperate because of the static electricity. It's just going to go like willy-nilly. So make sure that you get this thing under control. All right, I've got the plastic on there. Now I'm going to tape this down. And you want to tape this well because when you're sitting there eye to eye with some creature, you're not going to want that little guy coming out and presenting himself on your face. So make sure that this has got a good seal all around it. All right, this is looking good. I don't think anybody's going to escape from this. Now, you can see if I try to put my finger through, it's not going anywhere. And I have a nice tight plastic. I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. Notice I pre-cut this plastic so I didn't have to waste time. Oh, this one's got a little static electricity happening there. All right, I'm going to get this one all sealed down. And before you know it, I am going to be ready to go out looking for insects. I do want to pull that tight because if you have little ripples in there, you're not going to get a clear picture of what these little things look like. Now, you do have to remember when you do make this, obviously after you're done observing, you're going to want to make sure that you release the creature back to where you found it. That's the right thing to do. The other thing is that this is not good for spiders. Now, imagine if you get yourself a creature in here and it's big like a spider and you put this one on top, you're going to squish it and you don't want to do that. So find something that's flat like an earwig, maybe a worm, maybe a beetle, a ladybird beetle, something like that. Well, there's that dog again. I'm telling you, right on cue when I'm talking. All right, I'll be right back. So now that you've made your spy cup, now let's put it to use. I went out in the yard and I got myself an earwig. I'm not particularly fond of earwigs because they've got pincers on them that'll pinch you and they do hurt. But you know what? Earwigs are everywhere. I did put it in this handy dandy insect catcher, but I'm finding that it's not up close and personal like I would like it. So I made another spy cup out of these kinds of cups, as well as the one that I just showed you. So I've got my plastic on the bottom. It's all taped up very well, so my little creature is not going to escape. And I'm going to now transfer my earwig into this cup. Now remember, the kinds of creatures you want to put in here are creatures that are flat. A spider's not going to work because a spider will get squished. And, you know, unless it's a really tiny one, that'll be okay. But like those big daddy long legs, which are really not spiders, they're harvestmen. They are an arachnid though. You know, something big like that with very delicate legs might not work. This would probably be a better choice, but smaller insects like this earwig, we're going to get a good view. So I now have it inside this cup, and I'm going to put the other cup on top of it. And because there's space in between, and because the plastic wrap is very pliable, it doesn't squish it. So let's see if you can see it. Wow, look at that! That is now something I can observe up close and personal. Now I'm going to use a magnifying glass because that's going to give me more detail when I look. Oh, wowza! I can see the antenna. I can see the pincers at the back end. I can see the 6 legs. I can see the 3 body parts. That is very, very cool. So there you go, folks. We just made ourselves a spy cup. And you can go now with somebody helping you if you're a little on the young side, and you can make your own spy cup and get your own creatures. Just remember, there's not going to be a whole lot of air in here, so don't keep your creature in there forever. You got to let it go after a few minutes. That's the right thing to do. But whoo, man, is this awesome. And the farther back I go, the bigger this guy gets. Man, that could make a great B movie. Sci-fi. Woo, woo. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I very much enjoyed the science behind this, as this is the love of what I do. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope you visit more, and I hope you enjoy everything I put out there for you. And if you have any suggestions at all, please feel free to email me at grandmascorner2020@gmail.com. No apostrophe, no spaces, just grandmascorner2020@gmail.com. So subscribe now. I dare you to. Have a good day.